But let's do a preview of the big game this weekend. Arsenal are up against Manchester City again.
If they don't win, already I believe they will not win the league. But if they don't win, then clearly there's no competition.
Yeah.
Liverpool has a free ride all the way.
What determines who takes this game away? Because Man City have been
to do with the midfield.
A bit undulating.
I think that party, Declan Rice, Odegaard midfield, I think will clearly dominate that makeshift midfield of Gundogan, Kovacic, and then whoever, and then Bernardo Silva, because I think the party, Declan Rice combo are more accustomed to physicality and winning the ball. And I mean, look, they understand the rudiments of playing in that role. When it comes to Man City, I think they are very easy to play through, and that is going to be their downfall. So if for them to get anything out of the game, Pep will have to play it smart. Smart means they cannot play a high line, because they don't press like they used to press. Erling Haaland, one thing that most people don't see is that he's not good at pressing. The Argentine boy they sold to Atletico Madrid.
He's a very hard worker.
That's why Simeone likes him.
Yeah, he's a better presser of the ball than Erling Haaland. So what Man City cannot afford to do is that if you choose to play a high line, then the press must be properly triggered. Because if you don't trigger and those who are to anticipate and block the channel don't follow suit, and Arsenal are able to bypass, there's nobody in that midfield who's stopping Declan Rice when he's driving the ball through the space or through the hole. That's going to be a big problem. And again, on the fullbacks, Man City look very weak. The Portuguese boy that Pep Guardiola is improvising with,
Matheus Nunes.
Look, it will be an eyesore if
right back today, left back tomorrow,
or Trossard don't get him on that flank and take him to the
Trossard, he won't do anything.
Martinelli, in my view, should go back to the left, and the boy who scored in midweek, if he's available, the Arsenal left-footed, the one who plays like Saka, he should be on the left, and they should take on the fullbacks of Man City. For once, this is all Mikel Arteta's. It's his to lose. I'm very sure. Look, if he doesn't win this,
so City are on 41 points, Arsenal are on 47.
Yes, and there's Liverpool. If they're to win the game in hand, that gives them how many advantage? I think 9 points advantage.
Yeah.
So what Arsenal cannot afford to do, they cannot afford not to win. They have to win so that Liverpool, if they win, and Liverpool is going to Bournemouth, a very difficult, tricky game per the form of Bournemouth. So it's like the challenge is there. But Arsenal too, in being tipped to win the game, they have to be very smart. The smartness starts with Mikel Arteta. He needs to calm down. You see, when you acknowledge the opposition, that these guys are at their weakest since I have known them, that is where they may be most dangerous.
As Chelsea experienced last week.
That's when they may be most dangerous. So you need to you don't rush it. Play it smart, be coordinated in your approach, and ASAP when you need to punish. My only worry again about us is the fact that they create a lot, but they don't score a lot. Harvest. We need to put those chances away.
Our conversion rate.
Because one thing that is said, Man City, if you look at it, they are not the sort of team that tend to concede from set pieces. Because they've got big lads. The Akanji, the John Stones, the Erling Haaland, they are very good at defending corner kicks and set pieces. So Arsenal themselves may be limited in that regard. So what they need to do is to cut, because Man City are easy to play through. So cut them. We saw them against PSG. Even the midweek Champions League game that they won, we saw. If that was a better clinical opposition from is it Bruges?
Club Bruges.
I think they would have worried them.
Bruges, they are not that good. Like
Club
if you
Bruges,
look at their player,
Club Bruges, they made bad subs at halftime and it cost them.
Also Mignolet was in goal. That should tell you the type of player they have in that team. No offense.
Samuel Mignolet. Mignolet.
Yeah, Mignolet.
I pronounce it the gun way. Samuel Mignolet.
I'm looking forward to see Phil Foden, who's now he looks like he's back in form. I look forward to see him.
He's warming up.
He's been getting cool chop.
But I look forward to see him be the guy in the middle, playing behind Erling Haaland, because now Omar Mamouche has come in and so he will take one half,
I think he's one
one side
player
of their
that's
wing,
gonna
and so yeah, I look forward to see him. I think Bernardo Silva will be best in this game coming off the bench because you need people who are a little bit more mobile in that department, and knowing very well that Matheus Nunes should be able to start this game because he's a better player in terms of mobility at this point in Bernardo Silva's career. Knowing very well that last week John Stones played in that game against Chelsea, so yeah, I fancy him starting in this matchup. So I don't expect to see Matheus Nunes play in that right full back position. I think once they do that, yeah, I think they should be able to beat Arsenal in this one.
Well, guys, that's the lowdown on the Premier League. The slate has a few interesting games.
Just a short one for those who are interested in the Portuguese league. Wanderson Galeno of Porto has moved for 50 million to Al Hilal.
Left winger.
Yes, Al Ali.
I like that guy.
Yes,
That
Al
guy's
Ali.
Brazilian international. Very good player, actually. Very good player. Charlie, they will come back for Mitoma in the summer. I think based on what Susu is saying, that they need to fill that AFC.
It helps because it's easier to with. I think the rule is that you need a certain amount of Asian players in your 11, and then because he's Korean, it helps them with the quota.
It makes so much sense, actually. He's Japanese.
He's Japanese.
Sorry.
He's Japanese. Anyway, let me just go through the fixture. Go through the list. So big games this weekend to highlight. There's AFC Bournemouth Liverpool. I expect that game to be interesting.
That's the game of the round.
That game is at 3. The early kickoff is Forest Brighton. That will be an interesting game. Yeah, very interesting game because Forest were really, I mean, they were completely hammered in the last game.
I think styles make the fight. I think Bournemouth were a bad matchup.
Yeah.
Because Bournemouth are very aggressive off the ball.
Yep.
Don't worry, we have some stuff coming about them on their side, so you get ready.
Chelsea West Ham is a Monday game. That's a good game. Man United Palace is a game to keep an eye for.
The Porter Derby, as coach say, the Porter Derby
is a game to keep an eye on, and then Newcastle Fulham is a good game as well. So good games all around this weekend. We'll be here to serve you the very best.